Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Robby killed Hawk during the events of Cobra Kai Season 4? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 4 would still happen. Daniel and Johnny would still team up, and they would still train their students in a combination of offense and defense. Those events would stay the same. Anthony would still bully Kenny in this timeline, so Kenny would still go to Sean, and Sean would still tell Kenny to go to Robby. So much like in the original timeline, Kenny would still go to Robby, and he would still join Cobra Kai. Those events would stay the same. Kenny would start training at Cobra Kai, and Robby and Kenny would start to form a bond. Kreese would still get Terry Silver in this timeline, and he would become another sensei at Cobra Kai. And while their trip to the high school, Bert and Nate would still make fun of Kenny, so Kenny would get mad, and he would want to strike first. But this is when Hawk would show up, and he would still stop Kenny, and he would still warn him to get out of Cobra Kai. Kenny would still tell Robby about Hawk, so Robby and the Cobra Kais would still want to get their revenge on Hawk, and Hawk would continue to pick on Kenny in this timeline. And much like in the original timeline, the Cobra Kais would still corner Hawk. Hawk would be surprised to see them, and he would try defending himself, but the Cobra Kais would manage to hold him down. Robby would be ready to cut Hawk's mohawk, and he would begin to do so. And in this timeline, Hawk would be fighting back even more, and he would manage to get his arm free, and he would try to stop Robby's arm, but Robby would try pulling away, and in the chaos, he would accidentally stab Hawk on his neck. Hawk would be left bleeding out, the Cobra Kais would be left speechless, and they would let go of Hawk. The rest of the Cobra Kais would escape, but in this timeline, Robby would stare at Hawk, and he would be left frozen in fear. So in this timeline, Robby would kill Hawk. This is when Rico would come back, and he would see Robby standing over Hawk, so Rico would call the police. So the police would arrive, and they would once again arrest Robby, so Robby would once again be sent to juvie. The police would look at the security footage, and they would see that it was Cobra Kai, so the Cobra Kai students involved would be charged with second-degree murder, and they would all be arrested, and Kreese would have no choice but to get more students. News would spread about Hawk, and there would be a funeral for Hawk. The Miyagi Fang students would hate Robby, except Sam. Sam would be heartbroken over Robby, and Daniel and Johnny would be heartbroken. They would want to visit Robby in juvie, but Robby wouldn't want anything to do with anyone, and Johnny would decide to shut down Eagle Fang. Daniel would want to shut down Miyagi-Do, but he would want to keep it open because of the bet with Kreese. And that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Robby killed Hawk during the events of Cobra Kai Season 4? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.